What is up, everybody? It is 9:10 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Savings Time. That means only one thing. That Jukebox Trivia is live. I believe our fourth match of the season as we have Jeff Varju taking on Rob Clark in what is going to be an incredible match. Both competitors have very impressive debuts at 1-0, but they are not the only people here today. I am joined today by my co-host, my question writer, looking to extend his streak, or looking to, reestablish his streak.
Reignite the streak.
Exactly, because that was unfortunately lost technically last week, but officially today with Matthew Rosa. Matthew, how you doing today, and how do you feel about these competitors?
Well, I think it's been well documented what is at stake here. The winner of this match is my next opponent, so I will have my reservations, because if one of them does absolutely amazing and goes perfect, then I have to get scared. And if not, I don't have to be as scared. But I'm definitely looking forward to watching the match go down. I'm very happy that my streak is restarting tonight, and I intend to get on another long run where you guys get tired of seeing my ugly mug. And I think these guys are serious contenders in the future of the league.
All right. Well, let's talk to our competitors, starting off with Mr. Rob Clark. I believe your nickname is El Diamante Loco.
That's right.
Or translated to Crazy Diamond. With that nickname, you're obviously a massive Pink Floyd fan. We actually just had Robert Adams on here last week, and his strength was also Pink Floyd. But your opponent today is Jeff Varju, somebody who is also 1-0, also somebody who has experience in the heads-up format. But how do you feel about going up against Jeff today?
Jeff was actually in the first match I ever watched, and so I am worried about today's match. He is very strong. I don't think there isn't much he doesn't know a little bit about. So I'm going to try my best, but Jeff is really good.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, sir. And your opponent, as mentioned today, is also 1-0. Competed in Heads Up. You can find him on Full Metal as the editor. Full Metal Recap. That is Big Papa Jeff Varju. Jeff, how are you doing today? We have not seen you since August. In the Heads Up match, where you were technically ranked the 8th competitor, but you were up against the incredible challenge known as Jeremy Adams. How do you feel about going up against Rob Clark today?
I'm very excited to be back in the ring again today. I mean, it's been a hot minute since I've been back in the ring. I'm looking for a little bit of redemption from Heads Up, but Rob is a fantastic competitor. I watched his match from previous, and he's definitely not somebody you want to sleep on either. I mean, the pressure's on. I'm very humbled of the compliments he sent my way, but the pressure's on now because in a way, I don't necessarily view myself as a threat, but I don't count myself out. So, I mean, I'm just here to play the game. Let's just see what happens.
All right, guys. Well, let's get right into it. Round 1 is going to work like this. You have 8 questions. 4 of them randomized. 4 of them are strength categories as pre-submitted before the match started. You have 15 seconds to write down your answer on your piece of paper, whiteboard, cat, or sandwich. You don't discriminate what you put your answers on. After the 15 seconds is up, you will speak as well as reveal your answer. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing. There are no steals. You have 3 repeats. Also, a challenge flag. If you are unhappy with the way that a question is worded or the answer that is provided, be sure to throw out that flag, and we will judge them accordingly. Any questions before we start?
No, sir.
All right, let's get right into it. Question number 1, guys, is going to come, as always, in the category of modern music. What song by Halsey was her first number 1 hit?
This song is garbage.
You are correct. That you would get points in Canada for that, but like the great Drew Carey said in Who's On It Anyway, the points don't matter. Like Canada to something. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Rob.
No idea.
No idea is incorrect. And Jeff.
Just took a total guess. Cool Kids.
That's incorrect. Looking for Without Me. Not to be confused with the better Eminem song of the same.
Oh, World Better.
All right. Question number 2. In the category of soundtracks, what song by Electric Light Orchestra appears in more movies than any other licensed song?
A little behind the scenes fun fact, the great hashtag 4-Point Gate, Cody Newberry, missed this question in testing.
Really?
Yes,
I'm shocked.
The person who complained about not being in Heads Up missed probably one of the easier questions of
It's
this
in
round.
so many movies. In 5, 4,
4.
3. Are we gonna do it back and forth? 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. All right, let's go to Jeff.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you have
You
to.
have to All right, Rob.
No, I had a telephone line.
I was thinking that one initially.
All right, guys. Third question is going to come in the great strength of modern hip hop. That is the strength, of course, of Caleb Coho, who does not have a win in Jukebox trivia. What rapper released the album Daytona in 2018?
Lost to Cardi B at the Grammys.
Is that an compliment or an insult? I don't know. Like Cardi B has like one good song, and she's good in a song that isn't hers.
What do you consider the one good song?
I like it.
Okay, I like it. Bodak Yellow's good.
And then I like her featured part in Girls Like You.
Yeah, that's good. She's really good in the one Water Sport song by Migos.
2, 1. Heads down. Start with Rob.
I said Drake.
Incorrect. Looking for sorry, Jeff.
Just guess Logic.
Pusha T is the answer we're looking for.
Oh, Pusha T.
I would have never gotten that. So
not
real
to be
life
confused.
track dealer.
Ooh, not to be confused with his long lost brother Booker T.
Question number 4 is the dreaded Jukebox follow-up. What Canadian did Pusha have a huge beef with in 2018?
Canadian.
Had to throw in a Canadian there. Believe it or not, I wrote this question.
Great question, Matthew. Great question.
They've got these ready, so
you'll be getting your care package in the mail momentarily.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff, what do you have?
Just gonna take the only Canadian rapper I know, Drake.
It is Drake. And Rob.
Drake.
It works for you this time.
All right, guys, we now move into the strength portion of round 1, starting off with one of Rob's strengths in Pink Floyd. What Pink Floyd song features a rant about pudding and meat?
Give him 20 seconds.
Yes, and we'll be specific with the title as well.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Absolutely, that'll be your first of 3 repeats in the category of Pink Floyd. What Pink Floyd song features a rant about pudding and meat? Which, if you had a choice between one of the two for the rest of your life, pudding or meat?
Meat.
That is also correct for 2 more Canadian points.
That was the easiest choice of my life.
We'll see if they got the same easy choices in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Rob.
Another Brick in the Wall, part 2.
Absolutely correct for 1 point. And Jeff, to keep your lead.
Nah, I said In the Flesh.
Ooh.
I was.
Question number 6. Let's jump over to the opposite side of the aisle for a strength category. In the category of 90s, finish the lyric from Green Day's Basket Case. I went to a blank. He said my life's a bore. Just one word.
Just the one word. Got some very surprising answers in testing for this one. But then again, Cody Newberry, Caleb Coho, Hunter Chambliss, and JD West.
Not exactly dynamite juggernauts.
I mean, hashtag 4-point gate is still a thing.
Cody is 2-0 with 2 KOs, baby. 1 win away from that heads up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff, what do you have?
I went to a shrink.
Incorrect.
Oh, no, it's not shrink.
It's not shrink. All right, Rob.
I said whore. I couldn't remember.
It is whore.
whore.
Damn it, I was thinking the wrong line.
Shit, he is a whore and she is a shrink. It's Billy. It was the first time Billy was open about his bisexuality.
Damn it.
It was a cardinal moment.
Did not know that. Fun fact. The more you know. All right, question number 7 is going to come in the Sandy Robinson approved strength of the 1980s. What deceivingly happy Van Halen song is actually about suicide?
This is a great track. I want to hum it.
Once again, while testing this question, competitors did not know this was actually about suicide.
Yeah, I like to write some of those, deep trivia
morbidly
questions.
dark questions. And we will go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rob.
It's a jump.
Jump is correct. And Jeff.
Might as well jump.
Jump.
Alrighty. Question number 8. It is the final question of round number 1. And that means there's only one strength left. In the category of Slipknot. What is the name of Corey Taylor's other band? I'd say this is the softball of the round.
Really? I saw this question. I was like, shows you how much I know about Slipknot.
I was gonna say, if you know about Slipknot, this is the softball. I think they're both ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff.
Solomon Ozzy's farewell tour. Stone Sour.
And Rob. Stone Sour. All right. Yep, this is going exactly how I expected. High scoring.
All right. So after round 1, I have a score of 5-4 in favor of Mr. Rob.
Yep, that's what I have too.
All right. So round number 2 is going to work like this. Jeff, because you are currently behind, you get to pick side A or side B. Which would you like?
Let's go B.
All right, B is going to work as follows. So, Rob, because you are the lead and Jeff has picked you the side of B, you have 4 categories, each correlating to 4 questions. Each question is worth up to 2 points. So you do have the option of deducing the question to multiple choice, which devalues the question to 1 point. There is stealing involved, so competitors keep your ears perked. Once again, Rob, Jeff picks side B, and your categories are as follows: The Cure, The Rolling Stones, New Wave, and 60s rock.
Go 60s rock.
All right. I will ask the questions in 60s rock.
So did you see what I did with that side? Band, then their genre, other band, and then their genre.
All right. First question in the category of 60s rock. What was the name of the first album recorded by the Beatles?
Meet the Beatles?
That is incorrect. Jeff, a chance for a 2-point steal.
Hard Day's Night.
That was a suggestion of multiple choice, but your answer is Please Please Me.
You guys got number 2 and the first one in America, respectively.
I do want to remind competitors multiple choice is an option, so if you are unsure, be sure to utilize that option. Question number 2 with 60s rock. What song by the Kinks is considered by many to be the father of punk?
So you really got me now?
I'll accept that. That's correct for 2 points.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. Third question at 60s rock. What was the name of the most prolific group of studio musicians in American history? They are the namesake of a documentary.
Great
The
documentary.
Wrecking Crew.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your final question in 60s rock. What year saw the release of Neil Young's debut album, Neil Young?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, 1969, B, 1965, C, 1968, or D, 1961?
It was between 1969.
That is correct for 1
Hold it
point. All right, so now we move on to Mr. Varju. You are currently down by 6, but you have the potential of 8 points, so floor is yours.
Sorry.
The categories you have available.
Quick, just run down.
Categories available you have are The Cure, The Rolling Stones, and New Wave.
I'll say B-side was obviously the wrong choice. Let's go new wave.
Okay.
All right. I was hoping I'd get to read these. Question number 1 in the category of new wave. Finish the name of this historic new wave band. The psychedelic blank.
The Psychedelic Furs.
That is correct for 2 points. Question number 2 in the category of new wave. Who was the lead singer of the band Joy Division? He died tragically at 23.
Oh my God, what was his name? Damn it. I'll note for multiple choice. I know. I'm gonna hurt you, Rosa. I know.
All right. Is it A, Ian Curtis, B, Andy Sturmer, C, Bernard Summer, or D, Johnny Lanzig?
Why am I between two? Well, I should know this. A.
That is correct. What were the two you were between? Just
the Lansing. I don't know why I was between Lansing. I was like, once I heard it, I was like, yeah, it's it, but I don't know why I was thinking D.
I thought maybe you were thinking Bernard Summer because I was like, God. They were both in Joy Division.
Yeah, I knew Bernard Summer was in Joy Division.
Okay. Question number 3. What song by New Order was the highest selling 45 of all time?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Ceremony, B, Age of Consent, C, Blue Monday, or D, Bizarre Love Triangle?
B.
That is incorrect. To Rob for a 1 point steal.
Bizarre Love Triangle?
That is incorrect. It was Blue Monday.
Oh, it was Blue Monday. Okay.
Yep, that long synth-driven nonsense. Question number 4, your final question in the category of New Wave. What year saw the release of the album by the Talking Heads, Remain in Light?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, 1976, B, 1980, C, 1984, or D, 1982?
Let's go 84.
That's incorrect. To Rob for a 1 point steal.
1980.
That's correct for 1 point steal. Woo!
All right. Well, after round number 2, we have a score of 11-7 in the favor of Mr. Rob Clark. But anything can happen with the potential 12 points you could get in round number 3, and it works as such. How it's going to, Rob, because you're in the lead, you're going to pick 3 numbers between 1 and 10. Let's correlate to 6 randomized categories and 4 strength categories as predetermined before the match. Your first question is a 2-pointer, your second is 4, and your third is 6. So once again, pick 3 numbers between 1 and 10.
4, 7, 2.
4, 7, and 2. Mr. Jeff, pick 3 numbers that are not 4, 7, and 2.
3, 1, and 9.
3, 1, and 9. Going odd. We'll see how that pays off. Before we go to round 3, I'd like to say hi to the cool kids in the chat. That may be one great Robert Adams of Cinefanatics was here for a little bit, and Malcolm, which you can find right here at Take 3 Productions, running Rankum on Sunday nights, with the exception of this week, which was Saturday, because of the Academy Awards, some show that's on the television.
Oh, is that those guys that picked Driving Miss Daisy for Best Picture again?
Reverse Driving Miss Daisy.
They give action figures for movies that they like, I think.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, okay. All right. So we're gonna start off with Jeff because you are currently behind. You picked number 3 for your 2-pointer, and that is going to come in the category of the Beatles. What Beatles song featured a guitar solo by Eric Clapton?
Oh my God. I saw her standing there.
Looking for While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Makes sense now. Damn it.
All right. Okay, so now we'll move on to your 4-pointer question. And that comes in the category of ska. What song by Joyce Manor was recently covered virally by Ska Tune Network?
Oh boy. Repeat the question.
Yep, second of 3 repeats. What song by Joyce Manor was recently covered virally by Scottu Network?
I got nothing.
Looking for Constant Headache.
Okay, well, never
Constant
got
Headache.
that.
But you do still have one more opportunity to get the lead with your 6-point question in category number 9. That is in the category of classics. Who was the drummer of The Who until their unfortunate death?
Keith Moon.
That is correct for 6 points. All right, so that does put you ahead by 1, which means that Rob only has to answer 1 of his 3 questions to get the W. Mr. Rosa, start us off with Mr. Rob's question in number 4.
All right. In the category of the 90s, your 2-pointer is such. What band had cardinal hits such as Do You Know What I Mean and Columbia?
It's Oasis.
And your winner, El Diamante Loco, Rob Clark. What a great match. I'm very, very impressed with these scores. 13-12. No, it was a good back and forth. Like we said, there was a good high score in round 1. Round 2 there's a couple of slip ups, but those things happen. But now we have to go to our winner, Rob Clark. Rob, how do you feel? Just able to narrowly edge out Jeff in these scenarios. He was able to catch up. How did you feel whenever he sent it back to you in round 3?
I don't know. I was relieved. I got a question that's right in my wheelhouse. Oasis is one of my favorite bands. Yeah, he's a real good player, and I'm just glad that I got some questions that I could pull here. The Beatles question I missed. I didn't know if he would know, so I didn't want to go to multiple choice on it. I just wanted to say an answer, and I was going to be pretty close, but I could never get it straight between Please Please Me and Meet the Beatles. So.
That's right. So this does mean that you get to take on a person who has contended for the championship, somebody who has won a heads-up match, somebody who has no questions. We couldn't get Chance Ellison. He's too cool for these leagues now. But Matthew Rosa is going to be your next opponent.
Oh, that guy sucks.
So if you have any words for Matthew Rosa, I believe the time is now.
Yeah. Do I get to write the questions?
We will talk. We'll talk to the council of Jukebox, and we'll get back to you on that.
Nice.
All right. Well, congratulations, sir, and I am somewhat excited to write that match. So we now move on to Jeff Varju. Jeff, unfortunately, I think it was round 2, and just a couple of stumbles there put you a little bit behind. But you had a great pull in round 3 with Keith Moon. How do you feel about your performance today?
Well, first of all, Rob earned the victory single-handedly. He played a fantastic game. He is somebody. Rose, I think, should be nervous. I think Rob is a fantastic competitor. The match didn't go 100% as I anticipated. B-sides were definitely not the ones I wanted tonight. New Wave. I got somewhat lucky on some of those, and that Keith Moon pull is pretty clutch right there. But it comes down to the questions. It's got to be the right one, and just for some it was the right, some it wasn't. So
I think once you hear the A side, you will understand why side A is much better.
You'll kick yourself.
You because of the schedule, the way it works, you will still be at heads up regardless with a record of 1-1.
Okay.
How do you feel like you're going to be seeing people like the likes of Rob Clark, of Matthew Rosa, Danny Koss, David Jimenez, Jim Green, Zadie Smith, and Robert Adams? If you could hand pick an opponent for round number 1, who would you want to go up against and why?
This is like murderer's row of good Jukebox players. Rose is like he's waiting for me to call my shot. I mean, I'd love to play Rose. I think Rose would be a fantastic play in round one. I mean, Danny Cost. I mean, he and I have like such similar music styles and tastes. So I think he'd be fun. David, Jim would be fun. Anybody really, I think would be a lot of fun to play with.
I was just saying me because everybody likes to call me out in this league. It feels like every week somebody's calling me out. It's like they get 8 points and they're ready to play me.
After tonight, I got to do some studying if I'm going to play you round one.
All right. Well, once again, unfortunate, but a great performance nonetheless. And I think Jeff is actually like one of the most consistent players in the league. Don't let that record fool you. I mean, Jim Green is officially 2-2, but the man could have easily been 4-0. But that's just sometimes it's just the way the ball bounces. But that does wrap things up today for Jukebox Trivia. We are going to go to some plugs first, starting off with our winner, Rob Clark. Where can the Jukebox Heroes of the world find you?
I can't. Well, you can't. I don't really have anything.
That's fair. That's fair.
I won't be trying to sleep tonight. How's that?
That is a plus. Today is, as to quote the great Ice Cube, today was a good day. Jeff Varju, where can the Jukebox Heroes of the world find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Jeff Varju. You can also find me on YouTube. I do a lot of animation design work. You can also find me over at Full Metal Trivia, being the main editor there and doing some hosting, competing, whatever you want there. Every now and then I hop in on Late Night with Take 3. It's been a while, Brooklyn. I'd love to get back on a show one day in the very near future. I also have another, it's been a while. I know I mentioned it a long time ago. I have my own podcast thing I'm working on right now. Hopefully it'll be released come spring, just with a lot of things going on recently, but getting back on track, but hopefully be on the lookout for Machinate Media come April. So be on the lookout.
All right. And Mr. Rosa, our question writer extraordinaire and my co-host of Cohorts, where can the cool kids in the world find you?
You can find my band On the Tip of Your Tongue at pretty much every social media platform and On the Tip of Your Tongue. You can find our song Cheers, which is going to be out in any store that you want to get it on March the 15th. You could have seen my band at the Battle of the Bands at Rocketown, but that was Saturday, so you missed it. But you can see us at the Teen-tastic Classic in May, which is a festival we're playing. And that's just one of many that we're hoping to book in the very near future. You can find me right here on Jukebox Trivia, where I am your lovely, lovely question writer, co-host, and hopefully guy that's going to beat Rob Clark. You can find me on... I'm supposed to plug this again because it's coming back. The Schmodown Trivia Schmodown, where I am one of your 4 designated hosts who gets to pretend to be cool next to Schmodown competitors. And you can find my podcast with Luca at some point when Luca isn't busy. It's much like that Tool album. We just keep promising it. It just keeps not happening.
All right. And last but definitely not least, I am the Black Knight of Brooklyn Vale. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the real BK10, the number, not the word. You can also find me right here on Take 3 Productions, running not one but 2 shows: Jukebox Trivia, various music trivia, debate, and countdown. Be sure to check out the plethora of matches that drop usually every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But life finds a way. And on Late Night with Take 3 and Top Pop Culture Podcast, be sure to check out the episode that is dropping this week, which is going to be an Oscars recap show. As boy, did a lot of stuff happen at the Oscars yesterday. And on Multiplex Entertainment, running Nerdgasm with that son of a bitch, Cody Newberry. Be sure to check out 2 matches that are dropping tomorrow. Buddy What's His Name versus Richard Schwartz, and the first of round 2, Harper Parker versus Malcolm Lay. Also on Full Metal Classic, which is happening pretty well right after this. So if you're here, go over to Full Metal Media and check out their classic match. One more thing. tpublic.com/Multiplex Entertainment, where you can find great shirts like this, great phone cases like this, if you're looking for any new British Empire material, because as always, the Empire will rise. So once again, for Rob, for Jeff, for Matt, I'm the Black Knight of Brooklyn Vale. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you think you could take on Rob, you can't quite yet. You have to wait till probably the summer when we relaunch Jukebox Trivia. So once again, drive safely.